Oh, all right. So I was over there listening to LA. And you know what, LA? I am really hoping that me and you can come to some kind of neutrality place to where we ain't gotta roast and go back and forth anymore. Okay. That's just what it is, because I'm not gonna keep beefing with a bunch of people because of Mike and his messiness. Now, I listen, hey sissy, hey girl, hey. So I was listening to Mike, and Mike is a scam artist. Mike is a fraud. Mike doesn't seem to understand that being a witch or being in the spiritual business is not a con game. It's not. And if you're not ready to roll with the demons, you're going to get chewed up. And he ain't ready to roll with no demons. Okay. But I wanted to make comment on something that Mike said. Yeah, girl, this boy needs to go and get a job and stop trying to be me. So I was listening to the last part of his show. And first of all, Mike, my clients, they would never choose to come to you, nor any of those fraud people that want to hustle the spiritual community. Okay. So you might as well just continue to off people in your family in hopes that you will get their insurance money, because it is not going to happen. You need to figure out what it is that you're going to do. See, I found my north. Now, I heard your comments and I want to make comment on this. You stated that I'm not psychic because I couldn't predict that I would lose my mother's house. First of all, what does my mother's house have to do with being a psychic? And second of all, um, you are frauding once again. And this is where you need to stay in your lane, Mike. First of all, nobody that is coming to me to get spiritual services is stupid like the people that follow you around. People that get spiritual work done, they're not dumb. They're not stupid people. They're not being frauded or scammed. Okay. Now, you just lied. You just lied. You stated that you were a psychic and the sorcerer supreme based upon you based upon you saying you're going to lose that house, right? But you're not psychic because Mike, you already knew that I was going to lose that house because I told you I was not interested in the house. At the time that you were saying all of this, I told you that I was not interested in that house because it was really nothing that I could do. I wasn't prepared to move back to Missouri at that time. I wasn't going to go and pay two mortgages. I mean, you know what? At the time that my mother passed away, I wish that I could have moved back because I would have just went ahead and moved into her house and assumed her mortgage and went ahead and got probate. I wish that I would have done it that way. You know, I didn't have the extra money to move. I didn't. Okay. And most people wouldn't, right? And you wasn't going to put up the money because you just wanted me to stay here, right? So we both knew that I would lose that house unless I was prepared to pay the mortgage and the rent here. Also, another thing being that at the time that the house got foreclosed, when I did attempt to get probate, pretty much standard procedure for if somebody tries to get probate, if it's behind on the mortgage company is going to hurry up and foreclose. And that's exactly what they did. So that doesn't make you the sorcerer supreme. You really need to quit trying to be something that you're not, Mike. You have no idea what it takes to be me, which is the reason why I'm through with you. It's too stressful. You're doing too much. I can't look after you and be who I am at the same time. Okay. And then also, you lack empathy, you lack belief. You claim to be Christian and you don't even really believe in God. You told me several months ago that you felt like the God of the Bible was Satan. You told me that. So you don't even really know anything about it. I'd say if you're going to get into the spiritual business, that you should actually go and study Bible science. But as far as you wanting to be a psychic, ain't going to happen. And then also, here's another thing: psychics and mediums, we don't just tell the future. This is something that you don't understand. I just had to do a mediumship reading tonight to where I had to actually look at spirit to answer a question for a client. We're not always, and it's not always about predicting an outcome. You know why, Mike? Because outcomes can always change. You know the irony of the situation and why you're so mad, Mike? Do you remember that day? It was on June the 22nd, and you were just a spiteful bastard. You remember the day that my mother's house foreclosed? And you remember you were live for hours laughing about the fact that I lost my mother's house, which, we kind of all knew that. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody ain't sitting around waiting on their mother to die to get her house. You remember when you were laughing? And you remember how somebody paid $50,000 more than the asking price? You know what, Mike? I believe this whole time, you knowing that that money is coming to me, you've been jealous. You don't have the capability of being who I am. Mike, you're the type of person. My clients come from all different walks of life. They do different things. Some of them are nurses, some of them are police officers, some of them are caseworkers, some of my clients are business owners, some of my clients are um, lawyers. You so stupid and crazy that you would be jealous of the clients that are paying you. You are not mentally stable enough, nor will you ever be mentally stable enough, nor trustworthy enough. In fact, I feel like, and I'm not trying to diss Christians, I'm talking about the ones that I'm talking about. I feel like most Christians don't really believe, in order for you to be a witch, you have to really believe. You do. You have to have a strong belief system. You have to really, 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 because see, if you go into it not believing, then what you have is imposter syndrome. Okay. And you would definitely be an imposter from the beginning. So you really need to leave the spiritual community alone. And you very disrespectful. You were very disrespectful of Santa Martha. You really were. You and Miss Smell, because y'all goofy. And I can't wait till she gets you. You know, Santa Martha, she might not kill you. She might not. But I believe that she's going to get y'all in some kind of way. I believe she's already getting Miss L. And that's why Miss Smell got her ass out on YouTube, bent over. Okay. So you already getting fucked up by spirit because you looking real dumb right now. Okay. Also, another thing about readings can be subjective. For example, let's say that you have a court case and you come to me and you say, Jamila, can you tell me if I'm gonna win this court case? And I'm gonna tell you if spirit says you're gonna win. And that's what you want to hear. That's what you want to know. Now, I personally, if I got a yes answer, I would still do something to secure that win. That's just how I am as a witch. But readings are subjective because if somebody comes to me and they and asks me that and the answer is no, then that is when court case work is required. Us as witches cannot fake that. Okay. It is a system. We can't fake that. You can get really bad karma. If a client came to me and said, Jamila, I have a really important court case coming up. Am I gonna win? And I see it in the cards. And they say yes. I can't fraud the client and say, no, you're not gonna win just because I'm trying to do spiritual work and make more money. That ain't how it works. It's not. So you are not genuine enough. You are very disingenuous. You think everything is a scam. You think everything is a con game, which is the reason why you can't be with me. You can't be with a witch. My spirits hurried up and got your ass the fuck away from me. Right, exactly. Tried to deal with you, gave you so many chances. But then when you began to project your sickness and your death to my children, that is when I had to walk away from you. And I will get away from you. I will move out of Georgia and go back home. And me and my family and my clients will live happily ever after. It is so pertinent that I get back to the Midwest. It's not even funny. Okay. So, Mike, first of all, aren't you supposed to be Christian? It says in your own Bible that fortune tellers are to be put to death. So which one is it? You're not a psychic, Mike. You have gotten upset several times over men in social media that you thought I wanted. At the time that you were making these accusations, I didn't want anybody but you. So you don't have what it takes, hon. You're too emotional and in your ego. This is not something that you want to compete for. Okay. So, I would really suggest, and I know that you have been looking for ways of making money. I know that you need money pretty desperately right now. And I can promise you that if you scam anybody in the spiritual community, you gonna get fucked up. Okay, you are. Because then you would be guilty of thievery, right? You would be. So a lot of our spirits that are on YouTube and in social media, they will look at scam artists like yourself. And then you lied. You're always trying to attack my business. You lied and said that I did work on Phoenix's husband. No, I did not. Phoenix has never paid me for a curse. Phoenix has never paid me to do work on her husband. In fact, Phoenix came to my house with a box full of witchy supplies. She was doing her own work. Okay. The only thing I did for Phoenix was a cleanse and some healing work. That's it. I didn't do anything to touch her life. So, you know what, Mike? Again, everything that you're doing is going to backfire on you. That's a fact. Everything that you're doing. You have been running around here perpetrating a fraud, and that's what this is all about. You think that you are going to stop me from moving away, and you think that you're going to stop me from getting that money for my mother's house, or either getting a reduced amount or getting robbed. And the only thing that's going to happen is that it's going to happen to you. I can promise you. Okay. You know, right now, you're not dealing with the Jamila that was in love with you, Mike. You dealing with the witch. You understand me? And them little Bible verses over there that you reading ain't gonna fly. It's not. That's just like you've been sitting over there praying for me to be homeless. You are filled with vagabond and poverty spirits. You have nothing positive to say or to give to anybody. You do not have a positive connection with spirit. Okay. And that's one of the reasons why none of your scams have worked. And that's one of the reasons why Miss Smell and you are angry, because I refuse to allow you to con and scam the spiritual community. Yeah, you know, as a witch, what we do is very real, and you're not that. Okay. So I understand that Miss Smell is looking for a hustle. Like my sissy said, she's a fake witch. She's not a real witch. She's not. Okay. If she were a real witch, she wouldn't be on here making the claims that she made, right? You know, and then since when did being a witch? I mean, if you just like to be freaky and have your ass all out, that's fine. But you know, I'd say she's more of a sex worker, and that's not what I do, Mike. I'm not a sex worker. I'm not even gonna get into why I believe you are like that. I'm not gonna. Hey, Diane. Hey, I know, Jane. I'm not even gonna get into like why I think you are the way that you are. And as I listen to you, I could tell how embarrassed and paranoid you are. I've never told you to be jealous about anything. I only went in Lamar's chat because of the ridiculousness of what you're doing and the claims that you're making, right? That's it. Because you just lie so much. That's all you do is lie. And I'm sick of it. I've had enough of it. Okay. Now, you know damn well you wouldn't appreciate it if I was to be calling up to Miyoko's job, would you? Because that's never happened to you. In all these years, nobody has actually tried to look up Miyoko, and you're very paranoid about that. Well, if you're paranoid about it, Mike, why don't you leave and walk away from that sector? And you still haven't done it in all of these years. Okay. You still haven't done it in all of these years, Mike. I think that what you thought you were going to do was you was going to do the fool in that sector, and we was supposed to be your sacrifices or something. Because I can promise you that everything that you do in that sector is going to affect nobody but you and your family. You're the one that's making the choice and the decisions. And then why do you keep repeating that I'm trying to make you jealous using Miss L? Miss L is telling you that. And and that's crazy that you would be that weak-minded. When have I ever tried to make you jealous with anybody? I've never tried to make you jealous with anybody, let alone Miss L. So you sitting over there literally like doing the fool because of what Miss L is telling you. Why do you always have to have some person that's getting in your head? Why can't you just walk with the beat of your own drum, Mike? Anyway, so you don't have what it takes to do what I do, hon. You way too codependent and you way too weak minded. Okay? You are. Mike is one of the most horrible people I've ever come across, exactly. And I have seen some horror stories, but him and Zelda are horrible people. Yeah, they are. They really are. He has no idea. I'm telling you. He has absolutely no idea. Like, he couldn't even fathom some of the things that I do. And he's been running around here beguiled and bewildered. He has. He has no idea. You know what I'm saying? So he really needs to stop with that. I really think he's trying to use that broker, aka sector, to become this major YouTuber with a monetized channel. It ain't happening. No, it ain't happening because everybody in that sector, even the trolls that watch him, are gonna hate on him. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But what I can tell you is that Mike gives white people um he holds them up to the highest regard. And so, and it's not to say that you got to dog white people out. I'm not saying that at all. I have never once ever asked Mike to roast any of those white women or any woman. I've never asked Mike to roast anybody. I just asked him to simply leave that sector. But it's like if you're a white person, you can control Mike just simply by being white. Okay. And it ain't no sweat off my balls. My feelings ain't hurt. I ain't, trying to, it's no, it ain't lady sings the blues and none of that. I give zero fucks about Mike and his, love for, his preference for white women. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't. If it shouldn't bother anybody. If he has a preference for white women and he wants to come out here and it don't matter if it's a white woman like Miss L, and he seems to like crazy ass women. Cause I was asking him one day, I said, how do you sit and listen to her? Cause she's not saying anything that I want to hear. I mean, I'm cool with white folks. I'm cool with everybody. Emmy made in Japan is a Japanese woman. Okay. I like white people that are decent. I don't like women like Miss Smell. I don't like black women like Miss Smell. I don't really like the way she talk. And I'm not exactly proud of myself when I come on here and I have to get real ignorant with them. That's not an aspect that I like. You know what I'm saying? Because I can get real raunchy if I wanted to, right? And that's why I take those shows down because I don't want to do this, and I shouldn't have to. But I'm subscribed to all sorts of races of people. You know what I'm saying? I like freaking reviews. I think it's very interesting. There's this one guy's channel that I'm subscribed to. He's a white man. He does survival videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm subscribed to Atika Lessie. I'm just not interested in what Mike is doing. And I don't know why he can't accept that. And I think that the whole twin flame thing is went to his head because he wants me to be him. He wants us to be alike. But I'm not interested in what Mike is interested in. If Mike was talking about anything else, camping, building something, witchcraft, you know what I'm saying? Making pacts with demons, not credit cards, tarot cards, actual spirituality. Hey, Christian, how are you? Then we would have similar interests. But to be honest with you, me and Mike do not have similar interests at all. We don't. And he's made a big deal about the whole Tiffany situation, trying to make it seem like the reason why me and Tiffany went through what we went through is because she was white. And that's not true. Okay. So, I'm not on that to where I treat white people like they're gods. That's Mike. I treat white people with mutual respect. That's how I am. Is it anything wrong with that? Because as far as I'm concerned, from what I can see, is that Miss L can say whatever she wants, and he's gonna agree with it, and he's proud of that. Just to be seen with a white person. If you're on my panel or you have any connection with me, I'm sorry, you gotta have good sense. You gotta be into what I'm into. You know what I'm saying? I'm subscribed to and I follow a lot of white women. There's this one that she does a lot of odd recipes. You know what I'm saying? Glitter candy apples and stuff like that. I'm not into what they're into, and Mike has to accept that. Okay, he does. Mike came on YouTube as a bully and a troll, harassing other black men. Yep, who were defending black women. It started with YouTuber New Possibilities. Really? I did not know that. I did not know that. See, Mike lied and said that he came on here fighting Tommy. Wow. Yeah, he's always hated black women, and that's why he hates his black mother. And she must have been a monster. His mother must have been a true monster to him. But the way he stereotypes and tries to stigmatize black women, it's ridiculous. I don't want anything to do with him anymore. I don't want anything to do with the situation. I just want to have a normal conversation. Every day we have to deal with Mike and his problems. Why? Why? Why do we have to deal with Mike and his problems every single day? Why? And Mike, I'm not playing with you. I take back all my energy. I take back all my life force and I take back all the time. Okay? That's why I don't look that's why I still look young, Mike. I can kill him up right now. And you already know I can. I take it all back, Mike. So you can come on here every day, all you want. I take back everything in the name of Saturn, boy. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I don't know if he is just playing at the whole, snow bunny thing. I think that if a black man likes white women, I think he should have them. That's that's how I am with that. It's never caused me to not be able to get a man. Like I've never felt any type of way about that. Okay. So, um, or if he's doing it just because he thinks that it's gonna bother me. I don't know. But I know that I'm good with all races of people. And who brings in the racial tension? Miss Smell. Oh, you automatically want me, I'm white. What? That's actually sexual harassment, Miss Smell. It is. That is sexual harassment, bro. And she said it. She's came in here and said, "Oh, black men want us more than you." Okay, fine. If a black man wants you more than me, then have him. Have him. you know? Yeah, I'm very multicultural. I am. I'm very multicultural. I've never been that type of person. I like black culture, certain aspects of black culture, and I like all cultures. I get along with all people. Okay, it's just how I am. And so I'm not on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of game Mike is trying to play, but whatever it is, it's stupid. It makes no sense. It's irresponsible. And as a grown man, surely he can find something else better to do. Okay. Surely he can. And I don't like that whole thing to where Mike especially tries to get me to compete with both dark skinned black women on YouTube, which is stupid because I came from a dark skinned black woman. My grandma is a dark skinned black woman. Okay, so that's stupid. And then also the racial tension that he tries to create with white women. I don't like that. So honestly, I'm a business owner. When I get my brick and mortar store, everybody's welcome at my company. And I just talked about this, and then they came back with something else with a different angle. Oh, you want me. And I can say it and everybody's gonna believe it, right? And then Mike acting half dumb and stupid, knowing knowing me and Mike have had conversations about Miss Smell and Section 8 bomb. And let me tell you something. He's actually told me that he feels that Section 8 bomb has hacked into his phone. He said he don't click on no links they sent him. So what's really going on? Why does he front so much and why is this necessary? It's never been necessary for me, right? I don't have to do that. I don't understand why he's doing that, but I don't want anything to do with it. And Mike, as far as you saying that I make you look bad, why you always talking about me then? If I make you look so bad, why do you constantly speak about me? Why are your friends trying to claim that I quote unquote wanted them or flirted with them? Apparently, I don't make you look too bad, do I? Mm-hmm. So, but I'm not gonna let them I'm not gonna let them con anybody anymore. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, he was definitely he's been calling me. Yeah, he's been calling. And he just blocked me because he was mad because I was in Lamar's chat room. So he's angry about that. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do it no more. I really honestly, it's very perplexing. And I just can't take it anymore. I can't. Now, it's not going to end in suicide. Why? When you think about it, Mike is a disgusting person because he's doing everything that he thinks would bother me. But why would somebody care about that? He's too old to be behaving this way. And he's literally been photoshopping pictures, trying to embarrass me, trying to humiliate me. And it doesn't change how I feel about myself. It doesn't. And it's not supposed to. First of all, if I were a child, like maybe 12 years old, then maybe I would be emotionally immature and wouldn't be able to handle that. You know what I'm saying? But being that I'm grown, Mike started this crap when I was 30 something years old. I used to ask him, I was like, Mike, I can see that you're clearly trying to get me down. I can see that you're clearly trying to do harm to me. Do you not realize that I am a 30 something year old woman who knows herself? Right? And I wouldn't want him to bully anybody. I wouldn't, I really wish that he would stop doing that. Why is he doing that? Why won't this man come on YouTube and do something that he can be proud of? Why? It's ridiculous. And but definitely not, Mike. You are not a psychic. You did not predict anything. What you do is you speak negatively about others and you wish bad upon everybody, is what you do. That's all you do. But anyway, y'all, my throat is kind of hoarse. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I did an alchemy healing of my chakras, so I'm not surprised that my voice is getting a little hoarse. So I think I'm gonna get me. I think it's only 11:30. I can have me a nice little cup of coffee, like weak coffee. I ain't gonna drink it full strength, but I'm gonna get me a nice little cup of coffee and relax. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see y'all later. Yeah, cause my voice has gotten a little like y'all probably can't really hear it, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do need to get some honey. I do. I am. I'm gonna get some. But yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of doing a cleanse and I got to get prepared for Santa Martha because we're doing people have been joining the circle that we're doing for the new moon. So I'm going to like literally get into that. And we all know that Mike is going to try to distract the whole time. It's almost midnight. I'm going to put him on ignore. I might pop in and say a little here and there. But honestly, y'all, when I be into spirit, when I be in, and I'm already focused, you know what I'm saying? But it's really a good energy. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing being a witch. Being a witch is a wonderful thing. And somebody like Mike is not going to ruin that for us. But yeah, he is gonna act a fool over the next couple of days, though. Okay, and I'm not laughing at him. None of it is funny to me. It's actually quite disturbing. And what I do to get my mind off of him is I'm gonna tell y'all what I do. I have a cup of coffee. I burn my mugwort and galangal and things of that nature. And I listen to like a true crime story, and then I kind of, I don't sit and think about Mike 24/7. I don't. I used to when I was in love with him, because I did fall in love, but I think I fell in love with somebody that never existed. Because this person that he is on his channel, that's who he really is. And you know what? I would be the first woman, and I won't be the last to fall for somebody temporarily, because my eyes are wide open at this point. I wouldn't be the first woman to fall for a fraud. And I know that this person that he is who he really is. So he can be who he wants to be. You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, peace and love to you guys. Whether or not you black, white, Japanese, Mexican, Spaniard, whatever you are. High Priestess Jamila loves you. If ain't nobody told you they loved you, I love you. Goddess loves you. And I will see y'all later. Okay. Oh, she's good. Santa Martha's always good. She's always good. I'm getting ready to get her. I gotta clear away some space from this one little table that I got for her. And so yeah, we're going to be doing some work with her over the weekend. Or I'm sorry, over the new moon. So yeah, but she's okay. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. Okay. Blessings. Bye.